I have to be quick. They'll be here in a minute. I'm sorry, Maureen. I really am sorry. I'm not trying to justify my actions, but you need to know why it's ended this way. Early on, he had a vulnerability about him. Vulnerable. I remember we'd planned to go out with friends, but he'd be feeling a bit anxious, and he would say he'd rather spend the night in with me. I felt wanted. I felt needed. And now I see that this was his first part of the manipulation. Control by stealth, Maureen. My family and friends warned me about him right from the beginning. And of course, I told him what they said. So in no time he turned me against them all. Just you and me, he'd say. You and me against the world. Isn't that what every girl wants? We never fell out with you though, did we? You were always a constant. It wasn't until my sister Anne's wedding that the real control started. We hadn't been out with friends for over a year, so I got dressed up for my big sis's big day, and from nowhere he said, "Who the fuck are you slapping it on for?" I laughed. I thought he was joking. And then he said, "Get that shit off your face. Wear something less slutty. I want you by my fucking side all night, or else." Or else? Or else what? That's all I could think of. He wouldn't leave me, would he? So I did what he said, and I never left his side all night. That was the first time I ever acted. The very first time I played Happy Philippa. Happy Philippa, who is deeply in love with Carl. And I've played that character ever since, Maureen. For better or for worse. Some performances better than others. I found out what else meant not long after. Your Michael's 21st birthday, remember? I'd been at the toilet and I'd been chatting with Michael's girlfriend for no more than 10 minutes. And we got home. As soon as we walked through the front door, he slapped me across the face so hard that he blackened my eye and I bled from the eyeball. He insisted we came round to yours the following day, like he wanted to show you what he'd done. I wasn't sure if it was for your forgiveness or your approval. And you said to me, "He's just like his dad." And you smiled, like I just had to grin and bear it. You had endured it, and so should I. The abusers abuse. Isn't that the line? Make it more acceptable? Justify the bully's actions? It's not my fault. It's my father's father. You're not complicit, Maureen. No more complicit than me for his behaviour. But if you had said to me that day, "Leave him, pet. He's a bad 'un," I would have. And we wouldn't be here not like this. So you have to take some responsibility. Do you know what's remarkable? I always thought his control, his abuse, came from a position of power. But it didn't. It came from his crippling weakness. Anyone who needs to use physical or mental abuse to control another human being is weak. Pathetically fucking weak. Humility is strength. Knowing you have the power or intelligence to overpower someone, but choosing never to use that power, is absolute strength. The unspoken rule was that he would never hurt the kids, as long as he could control me. Like a mother hen with her wings wrapped round her chicks. And I was quite happy with that. The kids know what he is. They both left home as soon as they hit 18. Leave him, ma'am, they said. He's a bully. But I think I became institutionalised. Better the devil you know and all that. Why tonight? You're probably asking. Why did it happen tonight? Oh shit. Making it worse. That's the last mark he'll leave on me, Maureen. What's the best way to a man's heart? Through his chest with a kitchen knife. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, kids. Whatever he did, he was still your dad. He still is your dad. But he's just dead. Why tonight? And why with a kitchen knife? It's not how I imagined I'd do it. I've never planned it. But I've imagined it a lot. Most days, in fact. I always thought I'd hit him over the head with a shovel whilst he ate a pot noodle sitting at the kitchen table. I'm not quite sure of the significance of the pot noodle. Tonight, we were going to his work stew. And he was quiet all day. Not his usual, stay by my side all night or else, you ugly bitch. I got ready, and as we were just about to leave the house, he said, I'm leaving you. Leaving me? Angels should have played harps in my head. A fanfare of euphoria and relief should have erupted through my brain. This should have been the best news I've ever had. I'm winning the lottery, the fucking Euro Millions. But the first thing I thought was, you're not leaving me, you cunt. 25 years of abuse and torture. And you think you can just walk out? 25 years of pain, all for nothing. No way, mate. No fucking way. I've met someone else. That's what he said. That poor bitch. This cannot happen to someone else. It just can't. I won't allow it. He cannot do this to anyone else, Maureen. I have to end this cycle. It ends here tonight. I've sat here for over an hour, watching the life drain from him, making sure he took his last breath. Obviously, I know this will go against me in a court, but I couldn't risk the chance of him living. It makes sense. I hope you understand that. This past hour, everything has become so clear. I've always had the power, Maureen. I've always been the strong one. I just never realised that until now. Like Dorothy, I had the ruby slippers all along, the answers within myself. I've always had the ability to leave Oz. I only wish I'd known that before now. This isn't the answer. Anyone who might see this and is suffering, know that you have the power within you. I could have walked away years ago, but I chose not to. I became dependent on his abuse. How crazy is that? No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. So yeah, I'm really sorry I killed your son, Maureen. But the way I see it, I'm just swapping one prison sentence for another.